These are the hot plates from the Remington straightener, and their purpose on the straightener is to heat up when the straightener is turned on, and they apply heat directly to your hair to straighten it, or some people like to curl their hair with the straightener. Some neat properties of the hot plates is that one side has holes in it because this was a steam straightener, so the holes let out the steam to help straighten your hair, and the other side didn't have the holes in it. So that was a neat physical property of it. Then the material of these is metal, and the designer probably chose this because metal is a good conductor of heat, and this metal probably heats up quickly, and that's a good thing to do because when you want to straighten your hair in the morning, you want to have it done fast and not have to wait for a long period of time for it to heat up. Okay, so this is the screen on the straightener that shows the temperature in Fahrenheit for just the temperature to see how hot the straightener is for straightening your hair. So over it there's a plastic cover to protect it, and then there's the little screen underneath it, and then there's some paper thing and another plastic thing protecting it, and it all goes on the circuit board to power it. And they probably use glass and plastic because the plastic can protect it and the glass is what they use for screen. This is an orange sheet of metal that heats up from the electric current that goes through this, and it's basically just wrapped around this, and when this heats up or has the electric current pass through it, this heats up and then it heats up the entire metal plate. It's made of metal because metal is a good conductor of heat, and the designer probably chose this metal because it doesn't just heat up that one section of the straightener, it heats up the whole thing. And the metal is very thin, it's almost like tissue paper around the metal. These are two gray rubber pieces on the straightener, and what they do is they go on these holes right here on the plastic part of the straightener, and that's under this plate with the holes on it. And I assume the air goes through here on the little holes here, and it goes through, and then it helps make the air to release to make the steam that comes out of these holes here that you put on the hair. They're made of rubber because they probably are a good insulator. That way the plastic doesn't get damaged from the heat, and the designer probably chose that because they wanted to make sure that the plastic lasted long and didn't get warped or damaged by heat. This is a spring, and it goes in the middle of the straightener where the two sides come together, and it serves the purpose of making sure that the straightener stays in its shape and doesn't come completely open and spread apart, but it's easy to clamp in your hand to hold it together when you pull it down your hair. And it's made of metal and this metal was probably used because it easily bends and it won't snap when you open and close it fast, but it's strong enough to keep the straightener from flying open and breaking.